Mike Perlak here to talk to you. Gonna get right into it. I just got home from working my two jobs. I really need to get my jammies on and go to bed, but I gotta. Yeah, I jotted down some stuff I really need to talk about. But what prompted it all, and basically a rant. Anyways, and talk a little bit why you do not hear much from or about Paul Ryan anymore. Because he has won the lottery. He has won the political lottery. And now joined the elitist club of millionaires, millionaire politicians. And now he must toe the line and support Democratic Party policies that support the globalist liberal agenda. No, if he wishes to stay a political millionaire, and through his obedience to the globalist liberal order, and he might become eventually a billionaire, a political billionaire elitist. That used to not be the case. Some people call them rhino Republicans, but that's basically what they mean when they say that. Republicans like Paul Ryan, who basically just are there to be elitist themselves. It used to not be that way, though. Ben Franklin, one of our founding fathers, he said, when they see that they can vote themselves money, that might mark the end of the American experiment. What is the American experiment? The idea of, can the people self-govern? As far as Paul Ryan, though, he is a family man. I'll grant him that. What is most important to a real man, a real family man, is his family. Even more important than the needs of the people that voted for him. Yep. And I'm not putting myself up on a pedestal. If I was in his position, I had a family, becoming a political millionaire would be good for my family. Hey, family first, as they say. But, so I'm not putting myself up on a pedestal. I also wanted to acknowledge Hollywood's role in all this. Hollywood, a while back, the political powers that be, we got all these people are making a lot of money in the movie and music business. You got to make sure their minds are right. And I'd say this is why most, not all, but most Hollywood people, people in the entertainment industry, are hardcore liberals. And not necessarily hardcore leftists, but at least hardcore liberals. And this is why. Because the political powers that be knew decades ago that they needed to make sure that these people's minds were right. Because they were going to be making a lot of money. Capitalism. Free enterprise. They weren't ignorant to it. But if the great American experiment is done over at its end, maybe you believe this. Maybe we got to the point where people cannot self-govern no more. And it's the elitist millionaires and billionaires that must rule. It is unfortunately the haves that must rule the have-nots. Pretty sad, isn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Democratic Party policies are right. Maybe the American experiment that started in 1776, maybe it is over and done with at its end. And the only solution is for the haves to rule over the have-nots. Pretty depressing thought, isn't it? Maybe the Democratic Party policy has succeeded in killing America. and destroying the human desire to be free. And for what? For what? So they don't have to work for a living? Is that it? God. And these young people, especially up and coming people that are going to be running this country and this world, they're so weak and pathetic and sad that they would rather be a have-not and be governed by a have as long as they don't have to work for an honest, productive living. We should get all we want and need for free. Forget our school debt. Let the working fools pay for it. Yeah, let that have-not who worked his whole life at McDonald's, let him pay for my college education. Because this is how uppity these people feel, because they have that piece of paper, that degree. Yeah, that McDonald worker, that have-not, he owes me. I have a college degree. I'm special. My mommy and daddy said so. All my professors said so. At Harvard or whatever the hell. God. George Carlin, I'm reminded of something he said. Don't look for it. Be happy what you got. Don't look for it. I'm reminded of something a family member of mine said to me when I started attending church years ago. Now, don't think that your life's going to get better because you're attending church now. First of all, that wasn't my initial reason that I went the first day. And it sure the heck wasn't the reason I kept going from that point on. Because for the first time in my life, I was seeing and learning stuff about the world from a brand new perspective. That's why I kept going to that church. And that's why I still go to that church to this day. Yeah. The message seems to be that don't dream big. Don't you dare dream big. That's only for college graduates. That's only for those whose parents saved money so their special prodigy son or daughter could go to college. And now they are the geniuses of the world who are going to solve all the world's problems. As soon as you lowly peasants of the world shut your damn mouth and obey their agenda. Obey their version, their definition of justice. Yeah, you who were conceived by a couple of deadbeats on one of their parents' bed, you have no right to dream big. No, that's only for Yeah, I did go to I have. If I was filling out a job resume or job application, I guess I would have to put down that, yeah, I had some college. I remember a professor or a teacher I had at a college who was going on and on one day in class about, I decide what you pay me. And it's like, I walk into a place and I look around and I say, you can't afford me. And I turn around and walk out. And he's talking about it. He's talking about this like it's oh my God, yeah, we got to get that piece of paper so we can all do that. That was the scam. That's the scam that it has become in the modern world. Hey, college grad who might be watching this video, yeah, who's in debt now because of all that, my fellow American working class taxpayers are not responsible because you are gullible. You fell for a scam called getting a college degree. That's a scam you fell for. And me and my fellow working class people are not splitting the taking responsibility for the bill. These are the same people that'll blame capitalism. Capitalism's so evil. Oh, socialism is the future. Or if you're a modern feminist, it's the patriarchy. They're the ones to blame. The evil men and their evil penises. Oh, no way a college grad could be gullible. They're special. Their mommy and daddy said so. Their professor said so. They're special. And if there's ever a trouble, they just go to their safe space. the hell? I remember the first time I heard about that. Like, what the hell? You go to college to find a safe space? The hell? God. Oh, geez, I didn't mean for this video to be this long, but to wrap up, to any elitists that might be seeing this, me too. Yeah, I want to be an elitist too. It seems everybody's a sellout, so really there is no meaning to life. It's all about, as Peter Gabriel would call it, creature comfort. Our whole existence now is about satisfying our creature comforts. And it wouldn't cost much. You want to know what you want $1 about? You want to know my price tag? 77 mil. 77 mil, and I'll stop talking about this BS on YouTube. That's all I need to be happy and on my own, by myself, for the rest of my life and happy. And able to take care of my mom, who, until her passing. Like Andrew Tate takes care of his mom. My mom is the only family member in my immediate family who is not a ward of the state. Well, now she is because her health is failing her, but she wasn't a ward of the state till she got old and unhealthy. She worked her whole life. Unlike my father, and they're all wards of the state. Yeah, so that's all I want. Just 77 mil. That'll be that's my price tag. And then I'll join the elitists, and I'll shut my mouth, and I'll stop talking about this stuff. Yeah, 77 mil. That's my price tag, so I can just live by myself, be happy by myself, and take care of my mom until her dying day. Even though, yeah, it's true, she wasn't there for me when I was a child. But hell, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And heck, somebody needs to be accountable. If the future is female, like modern feminist likes to preach, God help us all. I think Rod Sterling was channeling through me today. Imagine, if you will, a society dictated by its pow-pow whimsy, by the pow-pow whimsy of its momentary emotional state. Yeah, imagine, if you will, a society dictated by the pow-pow whimsies of its momentary emotional states. I don't have to imagine, Mr. Sterling. I think I'm living in that Twilight Zone existence right now. Jeez. Mike Perlak, good night. Or as John Lennon ended his album, Some Sunday in New York, that album, good night, boys and girls.